Good afternoon and welcome to the channel. This video we're going to be talking about the arrival, what to expect when you arrive here in the Philippines. If you have never been here in the Philippines before, this is going to be some very interesting information. Might be a little bit shocking at first to hear it. If you've already been here before, some of this might be like, oh yeah, I'm okay with that. If you haven't been here in a while, some things may have changed. A lot of it you're going to probably see is very similar, but I'm not going to say anything bad about the Philippines as far as, this is my home now. I'm enjoying it here. And there are certain things that from the West, when you arrive here, you're not going to be used to it. Might be a little bit shocking, disturbing, awkward, not that great, but it's something you got to get used to. The main thing is you need to understand that what you will experience on arrival at the airport in busy Metro Manila is probably not what it's going to be like where you're going to be living, unless you're living in Metro Manila. So just to get these notes working, one thing that you're going to really find is that your arrival time is going to have a major impact on your experience. What I mean by this is if you arrive early in the morning, say like the 9:30, 10 a.m. flights where there's a lot of people, you're going to have longer lines going through immigration, customs, a lot more people with their bags coming on. So it's going to be a much more busy and hectic experience. If you are on one of the later evening arrivals, you're going to find that things are a little bit more relaxed. It's quiet. You're not going to have as many people arriving. You're going to find that going through immigration is a little bit smoother and quicker. You're not going to have as many people at the luggage claim area going through customs. It's going to be very smooth. You might not even have to deal with customs. So your arrival time can make a difference. On the other hand, if you're arriving late at night, it's going to be dark. You're going to have a lot of things are closed. It's not like you can just go out and grab some food. When you're going to your hotel or something, you're going to be one of those late arrivals. It can cause some of its own complications with those late arrival times, but we'll deal with that later. One of the big things is when you arrive here, you are going to experience a lot of different smells, sounds, and sights. Some of it might not be pleasant. As soon as the aircraft door opens and you're starting to go down the walkway into the terminal, there's a chance you're going to have some smells. Okay, let's just put it out there that way. Might have a slightly sewage-like smell. I'm not talking raw sewage with like feces and urine kind of thing, but just the dirty water, some of those type of smells. You're going to have a lot of the exhaust from aircraft and vehicles and just the typical pollution you're going to find in a big city like here in Metro Manila. You're going to have a lot of sounds, very large, busy airport, people shuffling, so it's going to be a very noisy, smelly environment. As you're going around Metro Manila, you might still experience some of that, but it's harshest at the airport, especially if you're coming from a country that is very clean, where you don't experience that. You're on a sanitized aircraft in a sense, where you're breathing circulated air, unless some fat guy's farting behind you because he was eating chili before the flight. But typically, you're not going to have any of those weird experiences on the flight itself. So as soon as you're getting off of the plane, it's going to just kind of hit you like a wall. So be prepared for that. Not everybody is bothered by it. A lot of people might not even notice it, but if you don't travel a lot, if you've never been here before, if you've never been in this type of an environment, it can be a little bit of a shock at first. So just be prepared for that, and don't judge what the rest of your trip's going to be like. Don't be like, oh my God, it smells like shit, I'm getting back on the plane and going back to my home country. Don't be like that. Things can change. Pretty much your process when you arrive, first thing arrival, you're going to be getting in line for immigration. So you're going to see the signs overhead that says, are you citizen, non-citizen, resident, non-resident. You're going to go through your immigration. You're going to show them your passport. You're going to show them your ticket. You've got to show them your exit ticket. That's that throwaway ticket. You're going to have to show proof of some kind of housing, lodging in some cases. They're going to want that, like a hotel address or something. They don't want you just showing up and being like, no, I'm going to go and live on the streets for a few days. They're going to want to see that you have these things lined up and ready to go. Just go through, get your different visa stamps, and make your way on. Then you're going to go to your luggage claim. You're going to go through. This can be a little bit different than what you might be used to because you're going to be seeing a lot of people there that are obviously not passengers that are grabbing bags. They don't have any clear clothing or signage or name tags or something that says they work for the airport. So if you're not used to it, you're going to be, oh shit, these guys are stealing luggage. I don't want them grabbing my bags. You know, there's guys that are just yoinking bags off, putting them on carts, and some of these guys do actually work for the airport. They might not be official employees of the airport, but they're allowed in to work there. And these are people that are essentially, they're trying to make a buck by helping you with your luggage. So they'll go and they'll start handling your bags without you even asking. You're going to have people trying to grab your luggage. They're going to grab your bags and start helping you carry it around and shit. And then when you get to wherever you're going, all right, thanks. Then they're going to pull their hand out to try and get you to pay them some money. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But yeah, keep an eye on your bags. When you go to baggage claim, your main focus is find your bags, grab your bags, and get the hell out of there. Once you've got your baggage, then you're going to go through customs. You go through customs. They're going to open your bags, take a quick look inside. If they see things of high value, they might try to pop you in with a duty fee, import fee or something. But typically they don't hassle you with that. They just want to make sure you're not bringing in any contraband or illegal items. Like I was saying before though, if you arrive late at night, like I did, there was no customs. I was looking for it, but everybody was just going after they got their luggage. They just right out the airport. So it's kind of awkward. I don't know if that's a frequent thing, but yeah, there's a chance that you might not even have to go through customs itself. And then you get out. One thing is the airport is just not as structured or secure feeling in a sense as some of the other bigger Western airports. It's important to stay calm, but stay alert. There will be scammers. There will be people that are there to try and rip you off or to scam you in some way. Stay alert, be aware of that. Don't panic. If you need help, you can always ask an airport employee, security guard or something like that. Follow the herd, but just don't panic. Realize that your main goal once you arrive at the airport is to get your luggage and get out of the airport. So just keep focused on that. Also, just be aware though that not everybody in there is an airport employee. They might look like it, but they aren't always employees. So make sure the person you're asking help from is a real employee, or else they're going to try and charge you or give you wrong information. You're also going to find that once you get outside, you're going to have your hagglers. You're going to have your taxi hawkers, the guys that are out there, you know, hey, you need a taxi, you need, hey, here. And they're going to try and shove you and your luggage into a car to make you take one of their metered taxis. Don't mess with any of those people. So just avoid all that. You're going to have like for-hire drivers trying to get you to rent a car, rent a driver or something. Don't mess with all of that. Don't fall for the scams or the tourist, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm at. Will you please help me out? Because that's how you get scammed and ripped off. The other thing too is this is not your typical Western airport. It's not going to be all connected and secured. If you're thinking of, oh, I'm going to go to duty free and I'm going to buy this. No, do all that crap later. Your priority right now is to make sure that you and your luggage is safe and secure. You get out of that airport, you get the first vehicle that you know is a safe method to get to your destination, and you get the hell out of there. Get your luggage, go to your destination. If you want to come back later on to go do your duty-free shopping and all this stuff, fine, but get your luggage and everything important to your destination as easily as possible. Don't loiter around the airport. Once you leave the airport, right outside the front there, that's where you're going to have all your metered taxis pulled up, but that's also if somebody's picking you up in a personal vehicle, that's where they're going to pull up to grab you. Right across from this road on the other side, you're going to see a Grab booth. It's a little booth kiosk thing with the green sign says Grab. If you're wanting to use Grab, like I recommend, you just walk over there, tell them where you need to go. They'll see how much luggage and crap you got and how many people are with you. They'll call a car out. they'll tell you how much it's going to cost and everything beforehand, and then they can take you out to your destination. It's a lot more safe, secure, and faster than dealing with one of these taxis that could try and rip you off. The other thing though is, do not let anyone mess with your luggage. Like I was mentioning, you're going to have all these people that they want to grab your bags and start loading them into a vehicle or start carrying them around somewhere, thinking that, you know, oh, you just got off a long flight, you're going to be tired, you're not going to want to hassle with all your stuff. And they know that us Westerners, we're used to actual airport attendants that are there to kind of do that thing. It's not like that here. If you start having people grab your baggage, they're going to want you to pay them. If you're fine with that, if you're cool with like giving a guy a couple bucks to carry your luggage, fine, that's your choice. But it's just too much of an opportunity for somebody to try and steal something out of your luggage, or I just wouldn't deal with it. I know there's people that are hard up for money, and that's just kind of their little side hustle is to carry your bags. But the fact is, you've got your taxis, you've got your personal vehicles, you got your Grab, it's all right there. You don't need to have somebody grab and carry your baggage for you. Let your driver handle that part. So again, that's why I highly recommend you have somebody else coming to meet you at the airport, so they'll be out front parked and waiting. So as soon as you exit out, boom, they're helping you load your luggage into the car. You get in the car and you're gone. You don't have to worry about the hagglers and the taxis and all this stuff. Trying to make sure I got all my notes here. Yeah, and if one of those people does come up and starts trying to grab your luggage, just say no thank you, and make sure you're firmly holding your bags so that they understand, no, I don't want you messing with my stuff. Other than that, just always make sure you are maintaining security of yourself and of your possessions. Don't ever let your stuff out of sight. Preferably don't even let go of your stuff unless you're sure nobody else is going to come and grab it. But there isn't like the big airport police type presence there. Yeah, you've got your security and stuff, but it's just so easy for somebody to try and grab your stuff, scam you. Just maintain situational awareness at all times. I know you're going to be tired from these long flights and this and that, and having to go through immigration and customs and carrying all these bags. You're going to be tired. You might be sore. Stay focused and just make sure you're always aware of what's going on around you, and that your bags are always within sight, within reach, and you're able to get to where you need to go. And that pretty much is going to cover just the arrival part. It's going to be one of those things where, you know, in the West, yeah, going to a major airport like LAX, Frisco, JFK, something like that. It's a big airport, lots of people. You might have some homeless people and stuff kind of hanging out and things, but typically they're safe for the most part. You know, your Western airports are going to be safe. They're going to be clean. Everything's organized properly. It's just a smooth flow from getting in and getting out of the airport. It's not quite the same here, unfortunately. So do what you got to do, stay focused, and hopefully you'll come out of it without any problems. I really hope this has been useful information. If anybody else that's traveled here recently has any other suggestions or comments, please leave them in the video's comments section, just so we can help out as many people. And if you've got any other questions that you want, just send me an email. So thanks.